They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the truth. Hands in the air for the ones who carry the proof. Grandma's hands, cocoa brown, turning collars into crown. Kitchen stories, hush, hush, pain, turn that sugar out of blank. Gold hoops knock on bedroom wall, Kente print on Sunday shawl. Say my name in every prayer, big like smoking southern air. Blacker the berry, bigger the crown. We rise up slow, but we don't bow down. From black hair, black roots in the ground, to the base of our hearts, that heavy sound. Blacker the berry, sing it out loud. Every shade, every star, so proud. If they ever try to write us out, we incarnate with the anthem now. 3. Yeah, we on. Papa Cork set the scene. Gold glass, big dreams. Little hood, still pristine. Laugh lines where lipstick sheen. Secrets fizz when we sit down. High heels, low-key crown. Spill tea, still hold it down. Toast up, level up now. Champagne secrets, sip, savor, spill it. Grown and sexy, talk that talk, but we are when we feel it. Champagne and power, glow in the midnight hour. Little hood, whole lot of class, we gon' cry and laugh louder. Slow pour, let it ride. Real talk, no disguise. Bad days, but we still thrive. Soft heart, hard-earned pride. I'm in a big bag, big piece too. Pray first, then make move. I'm blessed, self-love in every view. Hit play, it's a new you. I'm chosen. Champagne secret, sip, savor, spill it. Grown and sexy, talk that talk, but we are when we feel it. I'm healed. Champagne and power, glow in the midnight hour. Little hood, whole lot of class, we gon' cry and laugh louder. Picking down, move right. Deep breath, slow sound, champagne secrets out now. I'm ready. Picking down, move right. Perfecto now, champagne secrets out now. I'm ready.
Hey girl,
Hey girl,
what you doing?
nothing much.
Get dressed.
For why?
Because we're going to the city. I need a little sip, savor, and spiel.
Let's toast.
What you got going on tonight?
Can't call it. Owning the night. What you getting into?
Empress down in the city tonight. I'm feeling like champagne.
Let's toast.
The content you are about to indulge in may contain high levels of truth, sarcasm, and emotional damage. Viewer discretion is advised, but honestly, you clicked, so here we are.
Side effects of watching may include sudden clarity about your life choices, uncontrollable laughter at inappropriate moments, mild to severe eye rolling at ignorant comments in the chat, increased confidence, boldness, and I said what I said energy, or getting read like a hardcover novel with highlighted notes. Your bad take being turned into tonight's entertainment. A free personality evaluation you didn't ask for, but clearly need needed and temporary embarrassment followed by permanent self-reflection, optional, but recommended. Do not consume if you are allergic to accountability, growth, hearing the truth without sugarcoating. If symptoms of being triggered persist, log off, hydrate, and try again tomorrow. By continuing to watch, you agree that your feelings may or may not be spared, and that's between you and your Wi-Fi.
Management will not be issuing apologies, refunds, or emotional support for bruised ego.
We do not argue here. We educate, escalate, and occasionally decorate the situation with a little razzle-dazzle, respectfully.
Stay classy, stay sassy, and remember, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Either way, the glass stay full and the tea stay hot. You either handle it or get handled. Can you handle it? Let's toast.
Silk on my skin.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut glow on your collarbone, salt on your lips, I taste home. You say right.
Champagne gang, FizzFam, Confidante, and visitors to the Champagne City. Welcome, come one, come all, come on in. Let's get ready to get into it. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm the Empress, and you are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Baby, over here we get classy with a twist, huh? A little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, please grab your glass of your favorite bubbly. I don't care if it's water. Make sure you're nice and comfy. Make sure you have your charger, because this gonna be kind of a long one, right? Say hi to a few people in the chat, because we friendly over here, and let's get ready to get into it. But you already know, first up is our positivity and affirmation. So please take those glasses and raise them high in the air for me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look to your person on your left. Look to the person on your right. And if nobody's there, then just look at the screen and say, hey, boo. And hey to you too. Let's get ready to go. Today we are talking about apply pressure. Tonight we don't tiptoe. No. We glide in, polished, poised. But oh, it's pressure behind every step. Because being that one, it's not loud. It's not desperate. It's deliberate. And baby, you're not chasing the moment. You are the moment, dressed in composure and confidence. Apply pressure, not chaotic, calculated, not emotional, elevated. You don't raise your voice, you raise the standard. You don't beg for attention, you become impossible to ignore. That's the difference. Apply pressure in how you show up, and how you follow through, and how you stop playing small when something so naturally powerful is on the inside of you. Because let's be real, you already know what you're capable of. Tonight is about moving like it. No half energy, no soft excuses, no shrinking to fit rooms you've outgrown. You walk in presence, you move with precision. You speak with intention, or not at all. Apply pressure. Now say it with me loud and proud. I don't chase, I attract. I don't shrink, I expand. I don't ask, I decide. I don't wait, I move. I don't fold, I apply pressure. And tonight, I step in like the moment, and everything else has to step aside. And if you believe with me deep down on the inside, let's toast. Of course, my dog didn't want to pop up when it was supposed to. Ain't nothing but the enemy. But y'all got the gist. It's time for you to show up in rooms that you've been scared to step into because somebody told you who you weren't and you believed them. It's time for you to apply pressure because you are pressure. You've been the pressure. You just ain't recognized it yet. It's time for you to stop cowering in the face of individuals who couldn't stand up to you even on your worst day. You need to apply pressure because you are the pressure, and anything less is uncivilized. Holla if you hear me. Let's get ready to get into the show. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get into it? First up in our Joker's Wild, because, baby, this whole show gonna be wild and part of a Joker. Y'all know anytime we have to do a sideshow, you already know it's gonna be wild. Yet anytime we dealing with the Blue Ciroc show, it's gonna be some foolishness. So today we're getting into that. We're also getting into this stuff with the Druski and the Erika Kirk. And the reason I want to get into this, and I want y'all on deck. And the reason why I say y'all need to be on deck, because y'all know anytime we start talking about maggots start coming out. Now, I don't mind you having a difference of opinion, you know, because this is the Champagne City. We're not all a bunch of mindless zombies who think and act alike. No, all of us have a difference of opinion. That's what makes us us. But what you will do is be respectful. So what I'm letting you know is if anybody comes in here acting a fool, everybody has the right to act a fool as well. Because not tonight. Because this is a serious conversation that we really need to have, even though it's all done in jokes. Because what you don't realize is if people are consistently allowed to sue comedians and sue bloggers for words that they say, not done maliciously. Not talking about y'all that's constantly putting stuff out there like it's fact and you know it's your opinion or you know it's fiction, but you just want a like, click, and a view. Yeah, you gonna get sued to hell and back into hell again. I'm talking about individuals such as the situation we're gonna deal with Druski, who are just having a comedic expression, who are giving their take on what actually happened, and they are being threatened with lawsuits because anybody can sue for any reason. And my issue with all of this is, when did we get so sensitive as a world and as a society? We not the same. No. See, I come from the generation where you had to warn your friends before you brought them home to your family. Hey, if you sensitive, you might not want to come home to meet my people, because your feelings gonna get hurt. I come from a day and age where you got rib coming through the door, and that's just how we greeted each other and said hello. You had to have tough skin, and it wasn't browbeating. It wasn't tearing you down. We knew the lines and boundaries not to cross. When did we get so sensitive is what I want to know, because everybody's so sensitive. So we're going to get into it. And I want you to drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Let me change this background. Welcome, my loves, to the Champagne City. So I ended up running across this comment It said, leave Erika Kirk alone. She's clearly going through the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, marketing, world tour, and run for Congress. Now, I already told y'all where I saw the play in this coming. Now, I'm going to try to see if we can get back to it, but I really want to get into this Chrisean thing today, because I really want to know what y'all think. The people are up in air as to whether or not it's the truth, whether or not it's not the truth. And at the end of the day, whether it's true or not true, it still needs to be investigated. That's what I want to know. It still needs to be investigated. But let's check out how all of this stuff started with Druski.
Get on your feet, boy!
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the...
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha. And Bella will have all organic pop cup. Organic? Yes, everything organic. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free.
4, 3, 7. Oh, are you good? 4, 3, 2. Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
Get on your feet, boy!
Now, here's what I want y'all to understand with this, right? And I wanted to play it all the way through to the end. At the end of the day, this is comedy. He did not call her name. Was he dressed like her? Yes. It's a parody. I don't understand when we got... Maybe did the problem come in when we stopped the roast? Because do y'all remember how bad the roast used to get? Political roast, comedic roast, celebrity roast, celebrity deathmatch. Do y'all not remember how bad these things used to get? When did we get to a place where, oh, that's crossing the line? Comedy is now crossing the line. No, you're not allowed to make fun of me. It would be one thing if he made up something that she did, right? As if it was her. Everything that he's doing for the most part, because he didn't swing in on a rope and flip in circles holding a sparkler. But everything that he's doing for the most part is something that she did. Why is everyone upset? Especially when Agent Orange can put pictures of 2 individuals in ape outfits online and it's okay. When Agent Orange can celebrate someone's death and it's okay. When Agent Orange can tell other countries that they're going to hell and it's okay. When Agent Orange can tell reporters to F off and it's okay. Matter of fact, when he can say whatever the hell he wants to whoever the hell he wants to, and it's okay, but comedy is crossing the line. Not a sitting president doing too much in the face of the entire world, but comedy, which is supposed to be able to make you laugh in the midst of hardship and struggle, is going too far. Y'all soft. You are. America has gotten soft. That's the problem. That's the problem. We soft. That's the reason why we want to start all these wars, because we soft and we got something to prove. We got to prove who dick is bigger. That's what everybody's trying to prove right now. So Erika's off limits. Why is Erika off? Y'all know who Erika makes me think of. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all real quick. Let me see if I can get it in here real quick. Don't do too much, because I know I'm going to make some of y'all mad, but it's okay. Sometimes when you see yourself, you should get mad at what you see. It's okay, you know. Can't point out everything that's wrong with everybody else and not have somebody turn the camera around back at you and say, but what about this? Ericka, where is it? Hold on. Talk amongst each other for a second. I got to find a video. Problem is, I got so many videos all over the place. I need to do a whole dump. Okay, it's in here. I can't find it, but for those of you who have ever watched the show True Blood, do you guys remember the Circle of Light with True Blood? And they were supposed to be like so pure and just all about God and love and God is love and all of this. But underlying it was like really dark intentions. And I told y'all, from the moment that Charlie Kirk passed away and his wife came out speaking, it was something about her eyes for me that was just all the way off. And it didn't read as pure and innocent as she was trying to come off. Yeah. And then we turned around and saw, hold on, let me see if I can find this video, because I can't find the other one, but I might still have this one. We saw her when she endorsed J.D. Vance. The crazy part is I probably deleted all these videos after I used them. But we saw her when she endorsed J.D. Vance. And in this endorsement, you can see her grab him by the back of the head in the midst of a hug. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Argue with your mama. That is not an appropriate way for a woman who is... Hold on. Let me try this one and see what it shows. Who is still dealing with the death of her husband, greeting another man. Let me see if this is it.
Erika Kirk said at the opening night of Turning Point USA's annual America Fest conference last night, Erika Kirk said she endorsed J.D. Vance for president in 2028.
We are locked in and mission focused for both 2026 and 2028. We're investing in states and not just in races. So what I mean by that is we are building the red wall. Arizona, Nevada, New Hampshire. That's going to be very... We are going to get my husband's friend, J.D. Vance, elected for 48 in the most resounding way possible.
Vance has not
This
yet announced plans.
Yeah, this. And when I did the video, what did I tell y'all? I said, Erika, come on, Erika. You can't do this in front of all the people, Erika. Your underwear is showing, Erika. Pull your slip up, girl. How many of y'all think this is really the play? Cause I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just trying to see if y'all saying what I'm saying. How many of y'all think this is the end game right here? Allegedly. All things are alleged. So, allegedly. Because, okay, all right. Because y'all want to say, I know I might have some MAGA watching. And some of y'all probably married, right? So, y'all gonna sit back there and tell me that if this was y'all little Philly at home, y'all would be cool with this man hugged up on your woman? If this was your sister-in-law, you would be cool with this man hugging her and her grabbing his head and him whispering into her ear like that? Y'all would be cool? Come on now. Come on. Let's just be real. Let's put the political male bovine feces to the side. Put it to the side. And let's talk man and woman right now. Because see, y'all be playing. And we don't play in the Champagne City. No. Grown discussions, right? Bubbly banter. That means we got to be honest about some stuff. Y'all telling me this looks right. As a married man, this right here looks right. With him hugging. Even in church. Y'all say whatever the hell y'all want to say in church. Even in church, there was an appropriate church hug. You mean to tell me this is okay? Husbands, wives. Maybe y'all ain't made it there yet. Significant others. Entanglements. Are you telling me that you would be okay with, in front of the entire world, your plaything, your significant other, the thing you laying down with, giving you a hug and touching you in the same way they touch somebody else on the stage for the world to see? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Take the Democratic, Republic, conservative, not conservative, male bovine feces out of it. This is human relations. And baby, this looks really relational to me. This looks really relational. People don't hug like this as friends. No, you ain't. This is full arm wrap. JD. Erika. This is full pressurization. Now, when I said, you the pressure, this wasn't what I was talking about. This not what I was. Welcome in, Father Lock Boo. I'm so happy you in the house. And all the rest of the Champagne gang, even those who are watching in the background, thank you. Now, y'all do me a favor and hit that like button or something. Now, dang, I ain't even asked you to hit the Cash App, but you can at least hit the like button. Thank you. But come on now. So nothing Druski came up with, he was making up. It's stuff that she's put out there. Maybe this should start making us pay attention to how we present ourselves. You remember the other day we were talking about presence? Too many of us have the wrong presence in public. Then we get upset by how others perceive our presence. But this is how you presented yourself. And then you mad because somebody looking and saying, but you a widow, Erika. You close enough to damn near be penetrated, girl. Ain't no distance in that hug. Now, Druski came out with a response. Let's see what Druski has to say.
So, Erika Kirk suing me over a video I posted, me in all white, walking in with fireworks, hitting a double take, that half cry, half smile, talking like those political wife speeches, and now it's too far. Now, let's keep it real. You forgave the man who killed your husband, but you taking me to court. Say it again. You forgave a killer, but you're suing a comedian for a video. That's crazy. And don't lie on me. I ain't joke about no tragedy. I didn't touch that. I joked about what everybody sees, the outfit, the voice, the way y'all get on stage and talk. That.
And can we pause and say something about this? And we talk about this all the time, right? This thing called selective outrage. And the reason why we have selective outrage is somehow when butterflies in the sky got cut off, somehow we got dumber. Because how is him holding a Bible and quoting or reacting to how she behaved, how is that talking about Jesus? Somebody please make it make sense. Some of y'all just want to be angry. I don't know if y'all ain't getting enough putty tat. I don't know if y'all not getting enough pecker. I don't know if y'all need a combination of the both. I'm not quite sure what it is that in this day and age, y'all don't know the difference between someone making fun of something and someone trying to be sacrilegious. Come on now. This woman herself stood up and said, especially if you are a white man. But y'all mad because he cosplayed Santa? Do y'all even really know why you mad? Do you? Or do you somehow just want to join the mad train? Because I really think that's what it is. Majority of y'all ain't mad for real. You just feel like you need to be. You know, you feel like that you got to pick a side because, you know, standing up for yourself and having your own side, 2026, that's too much, right? To ask you to be your own person and not follow behind these assholes who are clearly leading everybody straight to hell and beneath with all this dumb political crap they are shoving down y'all throat and calling it religious. And y'all are eating it up. Eating it up. Eating it up. Because somehow y'all forgot how to laugh. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I would hate, really, for y'all to have, some of y'all ought to really be forced to sit down and watch some of the shows from the 80s and 90s. Because I swear for Lord, half of the stuff that we watched as kids would have been banned post-pandemic. I promise. Y'all some of the softest, weakest, just pillow. Y'all are pillows, Charmin. Charmin. Y'all are this is a Charmin culture. If I don't like your eyebrows, oh my God, I'm hurt. She doesn't like my eyebrows. Cancel her. That's eyebrow shaming. Your lips are thin. Oh my God, my lips are, cancel her. That's hate against thin lips. Oh my God. Y'all grow some balls or something. I don't know what to tell y'all to grow. Go do some push-ups or something. But the world needs to get tougher. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what, but I don't like it. I really don't. I don't like the fact that everybody is so soft. When did we get this damn soft that we can't take a joke? You can't take a joke. Ha ha, laugh, just Jesus, come quickly. Some of y'all got some undue trauma that y'all haven't learned how to work through. That every little thing triggers y'all to the point that y'all want to sue. y'all angry. You can't. Lord, your mama jokes would have ate y'all up back in the day. Y'all, we called each other African booty scratchers. We called each other bald head scallywag. We told each other your mama's on crack rock. And this was all while jumping off rusted fences onto dirty mattresses and eating crab apples out of trees. We don't know what bugs, and ain't none of us got encephalitis or none of these other diseases that y'all coming up with now. What's wrong? Y'all soft. And I hate it for y'all real bad. I hate it. I almost want a time machine. This is why I really want to build the Champagne City for real. Y'all, we really gonna start a series. And some of my champagne game, we've been talking about it. We're gonna start a series because I feel like, y'all, we gonna have to like figure out how to live off grid, because the way Agent Orange and the rest of these, you know, super heroes, so they think, you know, sword fighting, you know, and busting at each other. You know, I'm starting to feel like that we gonna have to really go off grid and find somewhere that you feel like it's gonna somehow be neutral, away from all the drama, and we gonna have to grow our own food and build our own city and just go off grid, away from the rest of it all. That's me. So y'all gotta tune in, because we gotta figure out how to unplug, and I think that's what we gonna call it, unplugged. We gotta figure out how to get away, because I'm sick of it. I hate it here. Y'all too sensitive, way too sensitive. Y'all ain't never had nobody just walk up to you and start ribbing you for no reason, and y'all start ribbing back, then you shook up afterwards. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all go to the corner. Y'all on timeout. Y'all on punishment. Y'all parents apparently didn't tell y'all, fix your damn face. That's what somebody need to say to Eric. Fix your damn face. It's a joke. You can't take a joke. You can't take the heat. Get out the damn kitchen. That's what they used to tell us. What's wrong with y'all? Sheesh. Ericka, you can't take Druski joke, but you damn near slobbing down the neck of JD Vance in front of the whole world. Girl, please. Your underwear is showing, Ericka. Let's finish.
That's public. That's what y'all put out. I just copied it. Now it's a problem. So what comedy got to be safe now? Comedy got to ask permission or just not be accurate. Because last time I checked, impressions, parody, all that, that's free speech. That's the whole point. But now it's crossing the line because it hit too close. So be real. You mad I made a joke or mad it looked exactly like you? You protect all men in America, especially all white men.
All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry, my daughter getting ready to leave. I had to say the little 1-2 before she step out, you know. All right, now I want you to get into, I want to look at something that I saw on TikTok. Check this out. This had music behind it. Now, I need somebody to tell me, did that first clip happen for real? Did she really swing on the rope? Did this happen? Did she do this, or is this AI? Can somebody let me know? Because where are we? Now, I don't want y'all to think that it's impossible, because I done already told y'all we done seen a man with no arms, legs, fingers, toes, thumbs pull the trigger of a gun. So when anything's possible in 2026. But I need somebody to tell me, is this AI? Is this AI? Because I'm sick of y'all and her. Because your husband just passed away. And y'all need to see, y'all ain't saw True Blood. That's why y'all not understanding. Erica is going to mess around and usher in the Antichrist if y'all are not careful. Because y'all don't know how to tell the difference between what looks like they have it and what really does. This is like Jesus Christ Superstar. I'm just trying to understand what's going on right now. But check this out.
No lie, y'all, when I seen this, I truly thought this was behind the scenes footage of them filming the new season of The Boys. Like, this is very vaudish. I cannot believe this is real. And then y'all on Twitter talking about, what stage of grief is this? Like, chill. She's been waiting on this moment, literally. Nikki, I'm so confused. Like, there has to be a greater play here. Like, I'm really trying to understand the greater play for you to align with Trump and JD Vance so hard. Yeah, she looks good here and healthy, but my thing is, what's the bigger play? Because for you to say that the young men should... It just seems like she's condemning the people who've supported her for so long, whether it's trans people, gay people who want to get married. Like, she got up there and said, boys, just be boys. It's okay to be boys. That's it. Just be boys. Well, also, I'm trying to...
Let me help y'all with something, and we're going to have to do a whole nother show and devote it to this whole Nicki Minaj, Erika Kirk, Trump thing. But what y'all don't understand is the irony of the whole thing is Nikki is an immigrant. Now you have a president here, and this is what should really make y'all open up y'all eyes, but some of y'all are so blinded by your anger and so blinded by your hatred that you really don't even see the true play here at all, right? Because Nikki is an immigrant, so by all standards of everything that Trump has preached since he got in office, she should be gone along with other people, except it's more beneficial for you to have her in your pocket because she's able to speak to a demographic of individuals who are never going to listen to a Trump. She just didn't play her card right. But the problem is, what you guys never realized about Nikki is Nikki never cared about y'all because she's an immigrant. All Nikki cared about was becoming #1 in America. She never claimed you. She always claimed being Trinidadian. Nikki has never shown you who she is. She's always given you a character. The problem is y'all don't know which character is the real her because she's never shown it to you. She's always only shown you a personality. You've never seen Onika. Never. Hence, right now with Erika Kirk and with Agent Orange, you are seeing another character. She don't care about you. That's why she could so easily toss you away. Do you know who Nikki's greatest supporters were? Trans people. Do you know why? Because Nikki made it okay for them to be different. Now all of a sudden, for your chance at gold, you throw them away, Judas. And y'all are shocked. Why? When did she ever say she was here for you? When? When did she ever say she was here for the black cause? Nikki has always been here for herself. That's why she worked so hard to keep black women from the top and to dominate it and monopolize it herself. And y'all let her, the immigrant. But I digress. You know, I'm just a small content creator. I don't know what I'm talking about. So you tell me when you've ever seen the real Nikki.
Understand the Nigeria and Christian thing that she got up there and talked about, and how people are saying that she's been fed misinformation, all under the guidelines that the Trump administration actually cares about that situation when they really don't, from what I'm seeing and reading, that they just trying to use that to kind of get in and take over. So can somebody explain that to me as well? So anyway, can somebody explain to me respectfully what's going on here with Nikki?
Okay. Now I want y'all to explain it to me as well because I don't know. Y'all drop in the comments and let me know. And this is what I want y'all to understand. If I have any content creators who are listening to me, I need you to understand how serious this can get. Now, I warned y'all before in 2025. I told y'all content creators better start being careful because right now there's blood in the water. Right? There's blood in the water and you got celebrities who are going broke. I just saw a body cam that we're going to have to get into of someone from one of the Real Housewives series. Her and her husband arrested for stealing groceries or something, but online they promote this lavish lifestyle, right? I told y'all in 2025 that y'all better start changing your content and better start being careful, because all of a sudden you would start seeing celebrities come after people regarding their comments and their content regarding them. There's blood in the water. So if she's allowed to get away with suing him for comedy, even though he did not say anything directly about her, he just resembled her and reenacted her behaviors, do you not realize that puts your words at risk, content creators? What you can say, what you can't, what you can cover, what you can't, what you can talk about and what you can't. Eventually saying the allegedly thing is not even gonna count anymore, because there's blood in the water, and they're gonna realize, oh, I can get paid. Now I'm gonna come for your channel, because right now the influence are with the influencers, not the celebrities, not the rappers. Do you know why? Because streaming and social media has really dimmed the light to celebrities and rappers, because majority of the people are now realizing y'all really don't live no different than us. Y'all ain't what we, there's an old saying that says familiarity breeds contempt. That's why it's a good thing to have people that you are distant from, because sometimes when you allow people to get to know you, then you lose value with those individuals. So the same way they would push you and the same way they would promote you, they no longer do, because they're familiar with you. The same way they would respect you and look up to you, they no longer do, because now they're familiar with you. Celebrities and some of your favorite rappers should have just stayed off social media, because now you looking at them saying, man, you lame, you a sucker, you ain't that. What you rapping about and who you really are is two different things. You cosplaying. You fugazi for real, as we used to say back in the day. You tendernism for real. This ain't you. But y'all gotta be careful. Drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Now, let's get on for the main event, which I know some of y'all slid on in for. Let's go and change the background. So I ran across this, and I want to give a shout out to a few people. The young lady, and her name is gonna be on here. I can't think of her name right now. Please forgive me, but I do have it on the video. And also Voodoo Doll TV, which is where I actually first start seeing it at. I want to give them their shout outs for these videos. But I want you guys to see this, because we are consistently talking about a few things here. Momsters, trash moms, that's been a consistent theme. We've also been talking about the church, cult versus the church, and people cosplaying as if they have it and really don't. And how so many people in the world are being led astray by individuals who are pretending like they have it. And because you hear someone say, Lord, Lord, and God, God, too many times, you think they have the answer. Because right now, so many people are looking for the answer, and they really don't know where to get it from. Right? So I want us to get into this, and I want you to drop in the comments and let me know what you think. This is what I want you to remember, right? I really don't care how many people may bring out things about this woman, and I haven't seen anything. I've heard some things kind of through the grapevine, but I really don't care how many people may bring out something against this woman, because at the end of the day, two things can be right at the same time. This woman could have went to jail, absolutely, but what this woman is saying has been done to this baby, and what's going on with this baby can also be true at the same time. And a lot of times we discredit the truth when people could rally around the truth because we sprinkle it with stuff that shouldn't even matter. Right now, the only thing that matters to me is whether or not this baby is okay. I don't care about this woman past. Is the baby okay? You called CPS. Did you call on anybody else? You're telling your story. Is this the truth? That's what matters. Because if you lying, then you need to go to jail. Period. So let's get into it. And I want you to drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Now, the first half of this I didn't really play because she is talking about some of the stuff that she went through in her childhood. Hold on one second.
You were attending a church in Oklahoma.
Her in the county jail.
And I want to let you guys know. So the way this came out, and hold on, let me move my Cash App so you can see her name. Thank you. This is Blown Name Media. Shout out to her. That's where this originated from. So she was on a live and she was talking to her people on live, and all of a sudden this comment popped up on the live, and this young lady was talking about being a part of the church. And as it was going on, Blonay was trying to figure out how to drop her link so the lady could come up. So we're going to pick up. She did start talking about why this is important to her because she's been abused before and some other things. If you want full details, please go over to Blonay Media's page. She is tagged at the top. Please go over to her page to watch the full video. But I did pick this up when she started speaking about Chrisean Jr.
So I was able to identify a lot with Chrisean, and she's a very manipulative person. So I actually live in Oklahoma, and we started trying to help her in the county jail, and then we went to the church in Tulsa, and I was see Jr.
Oh my God.
Y'all don't know how bad it really is.
Oh my God.
So when Ronnie started speaking, so anyway, at the church, I'm all over the place. So
that's fine.
And I don't even cry in front of people. When I seen Junior, he was abused. He had bruises all over him.
Oh my God.
He was sick. He was filthy.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know that he wasn't able to eat. I kept on trying to get him to eat.
So you were attending a church in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, but I kept in contact and we was invited to come. I tried to always be copacetic and stuff, and because I always worked in youth ministry. And the pastor, Todd, and them, they told me that when I first started inquiring, I know the signs of abuse, and I know that even with special needs and everything, and I have a lot of scar tissue and everything, and I had complicated pregnancies with all of my kids. My daughter, my last child, my youngest daughter, she was born 4 months early on a laundromat floor, and they said she would never walk, talk, be potty trained on any of that. So I didn't accept that. I got early in, and when I say I didn't accept it, I mean I did not accept that was just going to be final for her. Not that I did not accept it and I denied services and everything. I got early intervention and everything. My daughter runs, she plays sports, she does all of that. Now you can't look at her and tell she's special needs. She still have sensitivity issues, behavior issues and everything. So I'm very familiar with special needs and abuse and just everything, like the whole dynamic.
Right.
And I've always been receptive to help resources or whatever. Like I was always looking up stuff, researching everything. Like when you don't have a phenomenal parent, and I'm not bashing my parents, I have since forgiven my parents and everything. But when you don't grow up with phenomenal parents, you try to overcompensate and try to make sure that because you're not learning directly from a mom or this or that, so you overcompensate and want to go above and beyond. Even me as a woman, so they tell me I'm overly clean and all of that, and so I was invited to be able to. So anyway, let me go back a little bit. So at the church or whatever, they told
Here's
me
the problem, because that's not all the way true, and let me show you why. I'm gonna tell you in the story form. So there's a story. These two brothers, they had a father who was an alcoholic. One of the brothers turned out to be an alcoholic. The other brother turned out to be a lawyer. Interview was done with both brothers, and one of the brother was asked, the one that became the lawyer, what made you become a lawyer? He said, because my daddy was an alcoholic. They asked the other brother, who was the alcoholic, what made you become an alcoholic? He said, because my daddy was an alcoholic. What we got to understand is it's a mindset. We got to stop allowing people to use the excuse of what happened to them in their past, because yes, that happened to you, but at some point you got to make a choice to go home a different way. It's all about choice. At some point you got to choose to say, you know what? Yeah, nah, I choose to no longer be held captive to that. I choose to move forward and not be held back in bondage. So I get it, but we got to also remember that we got choice.
At the church that don't when I started inquiring and I'm asking and I'm shouting from the rooftops or whatever, and I started recording for my own personal evidence and everything, because I'm like, everybody is acting like a zombie, like this is so demonic. And I said, they told me, tried to convince me that she was traveling and she's doing this and doing that. So you know how it is when you I don't understand, because I'm the type of parent, if I'm on a plane with my kids, especially when they're that small, I don't care if they got to take what we call down here where I'm from, we call it hoe baths. So I don't care if they got to get in the tub and I got to hit your hot spots, wash my babies off. I keep wipes, a soapy rag in a Ziploc bag. I just don't understand the concept that they was trying to explain to me, gaslighting me, saying this is because she's traveling and all this. So I kept notating it and I kept saying something is not right. And it wasn't just the fact of his appearance. It was her interactions with him. She cusses in the church. She's very messy. It's always chaos and everything, but they use her for promotion. And I feel like it's very Luciferic doctrine going on.
Now, here's where we have to pause again. Do you know they have a saying that says, you know, what you do at home, you'll do in public? I don't know why anybody would be shocked by her cussing in church when she does it in live. She does it in public. She does it on Zeus. Anywhere she goes, she cusses. So would you be, what's on the inside is naturally going to come out. So would it shock you? Would it shock you that they would allow her to be there for a promotion for the church? Would that shock you? Would it shock you that, again, it goes back to me saying that this is a lot of the issue in the world, because a lot of this stuff, the church steps back and condones and makes it okay, especially when they can benefit from it. And oh God, are you going to have to answer to God for it? On a Sunday, I am letting you know you're going to have to answer to God for all this stuff that you're allowing to run rampant in the world. When the Bible, again, I'm going to tell you, says, if my people, not the world, not the strangers, not the atheists, not those who are on the fence. The Bible says, if I shut up heaven, that there be no rain. If I send pestilence amongst, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face. They're not talking about the world. We constantly point the finger at the world and tell the world what they should be doing. But this scripture is talking about y'all. The world's condition right now, it ain't the world problem. It's y'all problem. It's y'all problem. Do you know why? Because when the men of God should be up in the mountain like Moses was trying to get the 10 Commandments, the rest of us down here having orgies and making idols out of melting down gold, and we partying, and it's our party. We can do what we want to do, and we running to Houston collecting 40 to 45,000 STDs to take back and pass back all around the world. No, it ain't the world's problem. No, this is a church issue. Welcome to Sunday. If my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways. let me clear my voice. While you point out the gays and the lesbians and the homosexuality and all this stuff going on in the church, the scriptures say, if my people will turn from their wicked ways, then will I, not when the world, if my people, which are called by my name, then will I hear from heaven. I'll forgive their sins and I'll heal their land. Oh yeah, the church got some answering to do for the condition of the world right now. Because how exactly, if this is true, is this baby sitting in this church, and you're telling me that there's not one mother in the midst with a discerning spirit who can automatically sense something is wrong? When the Bible also says in the Old Testament, call on the wailing women, mourning women, that they may take up a wailing. You ain't no mothers that can sense. No, baby, you ain't got it. That spirit ain't right. That ain't of the Lord. See, mothers back in the day when we was in church would look at, no, sugar, you ain't got, that ain't it. That ain't it. Come on back, sugar. That ain't it. So you mean to tell me that this woman is telling us that this baby is being borderline, I don't want to say the word, right in the church? So what you saying, the church is turning a blind eye to abuse for $1? Well, we shouldn't be surprised because Judas sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, right? Right now, children are being served on silver platters. And if people do not start speaking up, do y'all not realize we're not going to have another generation? If all the mothers is unaliving their children, or they being abused, or all the mothers is drinking and smoking and getting high through their whole pregnancy, and the children are coming out with disabilities, so they're going to need someone to care for them for the rest of their life. Where is CPS? So you're telling me don't nobody doggone CPS in no doggone state this girl been in see the condition of this baby, and ain't no CPS from this state made a call to the CPS in that state and said, what the hell are y'all doing? Somebody better get a manager or supervisor on this damn phone right now, or I'm having the FBI, CIA, DEA all through y'all shit to find out what the hell y'all doing with these kids in y'all city. That this is being paraded all on social media and everybody can see it but y'all. But that's just me.
In both churches, I stayed to my own detriment because I have a heart for children.
Right.
So fast forward, this is what they tried to tell me then. So then, and then I also do freestyle gospel poetry and everything, and I minister to you through the art of gospel poetry. So I be invited a lot of places. They was like, well, let's go out here to Maryland, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
Girl, we go out there. It was to the point to where I could not even take it no more. I couldn't take it. I called CPS. They called they tore me down. They said that I was a troublemaker. And then y'all got to think about, it's like me and probably several other people that are still there. I'm not there no more, but they still be there. They be recording, they be posting stuff online, like the stuff that be getting exposed. They do that on purpose.
Right.
They don't want me to disclose their name because they don't want what happened to me happen to them, because they feel like at least if they're there close, they can keep an eye on him. We donate clothes. We have bathed him in the church bathrooms. I left and I went to go get clothes myself. And that's not to be praised, because that's what we supposed to do. Is basic. That's basic, bare minimum. I would do it for anybody.
Right.
I knew something was very wrong, and I was up against something very demonic. When I called CPS out there, and she said, she begged them not to let him in. She begged them not to let him in. And they did it. They told me that I need to leave. They said that I was an SH stir, and they would follow up with me. I had people coming to tell me they were sorry that that happened. Nobody took up for me. They humiliated me in front of everybody, and nobody would listen to me.
You know, I
tried to reach out to Carlissa, everybody, because I never want clout or whatever. This is embarrassing to even, I don't even know what word to use right now. And I have an extensive vocabulary, but I don't even know what to say right now, because to me, I wish that I would have not to just know or just allow myself to be dismissed. So when they told me to leave, the police was called as well. They told me they was going to escort me to the airport.
What?
And I was recording on the other phone. I can show you my other phone.
Well, you know, I want to take time out right now to, first of all, express my deepest for you to describe that precious baby like that. And I totally believe you. I believe every word that is coming out of your mouth. But
yes, ma'am. I really, it was an inspiration because of Ronnie, because he wasn't lying. Like when I was in foster care, when we were young, my baby cousin, we were separated or whatever. She stayed with me and my grandma at first and all of this stuff. And then she got relocated to California and everything. I lived back and forth there. I've traveled all over. And my baby cousin, Melissa Bradley.
This is what I want to say to some of y'all. I need y'all all to remember that everybody that goes to church is not going to church for the same reason. So when you sit back and you hear the stories of how people behave when they're in church, oh baby, you can get some horror stories from the church house. But do you know why? Because it's no different than your house. Let me tell you a truth about the church that most people will not tell you. And I came from the grand old. You can't join in, you got to be born in grand old, right? Let me tell you something. They're no different than you. The same things you struggle with, they struggle with. We struggle with. See, here's one of the things that they tricked individuals with in the church. They told you when you give yourself to God, looked at my hands, they look new, looked at my feet, they did too. Places I used to go, didn't want to go no more, things that lie from the pit of hell. Only thing new about you is your spirit, baby. That's it. The same thing you wanted before you give your life to God, you're going to want it afterwards. If you like sex before, you're going to like it afterwards. If you like Hennessy before, you're going to like it afterwards. Baby, that thing is a fight. That thing comes with surrendering to God. That's how you get over that. That don't happen just because you say, okay, Jesus, I'm ready. No, but because the church ain't honest with y'all and want to make y'all believe that they are perfect, this is what happens. This is what happens. Then you have a bunch of people who you feel like just because a person says that they go to church, you feel like, oh, they must have a relationship with God. They are the same individuals as the individuals who are going for a No, baby, the church is like a hospital. There's doctors there. There's sick people there. There's terminally ill people there. There's people there who don't even know why they're there. They're just there just to be there. They're there just because somebody told them there was some medication there. There's people there because they're trying to manipulate their way into some medication. There's people there lying about being hurt. There's people there trying to get a significant other. Baby, people go to church for all sorts of reasons. Everybody not going for the same reason. And unfortunately, some of the times that includes the preachers. That's why people tell you you got to try the spirit by the spirit so you can know whether the spirit be of God. Because if it walk like a duck and says bow wow, baby, you better know what it is. Stop calling it a bear, but it's quacking. Stop calling it a cat when it's hissing. God don't behave like that. But see, because some of y'all are so confused, but you're so confused because you want someone to come out and give you a reason to be able to do what you want to do and live any kind of way you want to live with no consequence or repercussion. So you're willing to follow anybody that's going to tell you you can love God and still do all of this, that, and the other. Don't listen to them people. I tell you what, baby, you ain't got to listen to a word that I say, but you better get into the word for yourself. Get to know God for yourself so that you can know for yourself what God says. And stop leaning towards what everybody else says. Or as the church folk would say, being blown by every wind of doctrine. This person says it's okay today, so I'm running over here. This person says that's okay tomorrow, so I'm running over there. Because I want to run anywhere that gives me the okay to do and be who I want to do and be. And we wonder why the priests are flocking to the Vatican, screaming, asking for help because of all the demonic possessions going on in the world, and now they can't control it. Because I can serve God and be a witch and do spells and love spells on my boyfriend. Yes, I can. God loves us all. I can be a witch and love the Lord. I can be a Satanist and go to heaven. Who are you to say I can't? Get it together.
Look it up as well. That's my blood cousin. Her father and my grandmother was siblings. My cousin was 10 years old. I believe that's the age. She was younger than me a little bit. My cousin went into foster care out there, placement, and she was stealing food out the kitchen. She was hungry. They drug her to the woods, and they beat her until they severed her head. That was the first time in my life I can remember something just so, like, even with me going through surviving sexual abuse and all of that, it didn't feel the same. It was like something that, like, we was attached, like she was my soul. I don't know how to explain it, but we was attached. Like, I feel like my stepdad was the outsider. He was a predator. He preyed on me. She was my heart and soul. And I'm saying that because it's no way on earth that I would ever suggest a child go into CPS, because it's very, very, it could be a very horrific experience. Right. It's a lot of downfalls, but for me to want to call CPS and follow through with it, I had to see something very, very bad. And then I wasn't going to say nothing. People have attacked me and said that I'm judging her and all this other stuff. And I want to be clear that I have love for the person that Chrisean could choose to be, but
that's because your girl, stop explaining yourself. That's because these people are slow. I done already explained to you. Half of the world does not understand context and culture. Somehow, when we stop watching butterflies in the sky, somebody put the rest of it. Because if you came from that era, you know what that is. I can go twice this high. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. Y'all stop reading. Y'all stop reading so you stop comprehending. Because if I'm telling you, if I walk into a room and I see the baby has on brown, and I tell you, girl, do you realize the baby got on brown? Why do you have an attitude with me? Because you really meant to put on pink. That's not judging. That's telling you, no, baby, you put them on brown. You didn't put them on pink. You might have thought you put them on pink, but the color right here is brown. That's a fact. It's not judging. But because some of y'all, I don't know if you like graduate high school, or maybe you didn't pay attention in high school, or maybe some of y'all, snuck in and got y'all doggone degrees somehow when we was locked down during the pandemic, so they wasn't really paying attention for real. But there's a difference between speaking fact and judging someone. It's the same thing I said with the whole Druski thing. Just because he had a Bible in his hand, oh my God, he's making fun of Jesus. Child, where? Y'all, please go find a stick to sit on in Twitch, please. Get it together. Go read a book. Look up what judging means before you throw it out there just to sound deep and wonderful. Because I get really sick and tired of hearing that. Y'all are judging her. No, we're not. We're calling her out. There's a difference. There's a difference. We're calling her out. We're saying, if this is what you're saying you're going to be, then be it. We're saying stop cosplaying and being one thing in front of the people and being something else behind the scenes. That's what we're saying. Be a mother. Be concerned about this baby. Because if you were a mother and concerned about your baby, then why would so many people be able to come out and say that you're not taking care of your baby? Why is it y'all are so willing to believe stuff about everybody else except Chrisean Jr? And that's not talking about her. Well, yeah, it is. I'm talking about her tonight. Yeah, I am. I am. But I'm more talking about y'all than I'm talking about her. Because do y'all not realize that if y'all demanded she change, she would change? Do y'all not realize that? But the reason she won't change is because y'all don't demand it. She ticks to y'all talk. She rotates to y'all clock. She pays attention to everything that y'all say on social media, and then she creates a live and echoes exactly what you just said. Y'all don't pay attention to it because somehow y'all stuck in some kind. Y'all done drunk the Kool-Aid. I don't know if she sold y'all some Kool-Aid over line. I don't know if somehow y'all got some breatharian elixir injected in through the live. I don't know what it is, but somehow y'all drink the Kool-Aid and everything is just, she's the answer. She ain't even her own answer. She can't figure out her own life. So y'all just the blind leading the blind. Y'all just which way is up. Just the blind and deaf trying to run together and figure it out, huh? Blind leading the blind, deaf leading the deaf, dumb leading the dumb, trying to figure out why y'all can't take two steps in front of the other without tripping and falling. Come on, y'all.
Behavior that she has is very dark, is very demonic, and God tells us to judge people by the fruit that they bear. The Bible is full of judgment. I don't know where we come as a community about not judging people. You have to judge in order to separate yourself from people that's not equally yoked to you.
Right.
And this has taken a lot of toll on me because I've been dealing with my own.
I absolutely disagree with this because I don't have to judge you to know that you have a behavior that I don't want to be around. That's not me judging you. That's just me telling you that for the direction that I'm going in, I can't have that behavior with me. Watch this. If you are a businesswoman and you got to go to a business meeting, you're not going to take your Saturday night party girl to your business meeting with you unless Saturday night party girl knows how to flip the script and become professional on Monday morning. But if Saturday night party girl behaves like the girl that old boy brought back to the office to piss his wife off in Beauty and Black, Roy, if she behaves like that, then she probably gonna mess up all your business deals. See, that's not, I don't have to judge you to know what category that you fit in my life and where you can and can't go with me. And it don't mean that I look at you any differently because you the friend that I party with, but this the friend that I get money with. Business, corporate. I ain't talking about party. I ain't talking about no stripper, pole money, none of that. Nothing illegal. But y'all don't know how to separate your people into categories. That's why you feel like you got to judge them. No. If a person starts moving left, you move right. I ain't got to tell you why I'm moving right. I just got to move different because I got somewhere to go. As a matter of fact, I'm so focused on continually moving in the direction, I don't have time to stop and explain it to you because I'm going somewhere. You either going to come with me or I got to leave you behind. So no, I don't have to judge you. I don't. But see, that's the world that we live in now. We live in a world that teaches us that everything has to be a judgment. Everything has to be a pick a side. How about I choose the side of right? I choose the side of pursue peace with all men. That's what I choose. What about you? Drop in the comments and let me know.
Issues I took in a break from being an advocate and a youth leader, traveling and all that, because I got, I'm dealing with cancer. I got polycythemia vera. I have to get transfusions and I have to get treatments where they take a liter of blood off of me. I was sitting there on the couch with my machine and stuff. I can show you, but they don't matter. It's just taking a lot of toll on me because I sit up and I look at my kids. And I can't imagine wanting to just love them and protect them and be there for them. And people be saying that Chrisean had a hard life and a hard past, but I don't use my past as an excuse to hurt people and abuse my kids and to be evil towards people. Actually, I'm probably too nice and kind to my own detriment.
Right.
And you don't have to, it's a choice. You don't have to be evil. You don't have to not love your kids and stuff. You wake up every day and you choose to show up as a mother, as your best version of yourself. And I always tell people, even when we do our best, sometimes your best ain't good enough. I've experienced that before too. And she might be doing her best, but that's not good enough for him. And he deserved better. And it be just haunting me. I be seeing y'all's content.
Yeah.
When I be watching your content and stuff, I was dealing with so much. I was in the hospital when I first started watching you, and you uplifted me so much. And then I was seeing you talking about Ronnie and his family and everything, and the hurt and pain that he probably felt like me when he passed, because you just feel like you keep screaming and nobody listening and people turning against you, and the only thing you want to do is just help somebody. And it's an innocent, beautiful child. I think Junior is a beautiful, innocent baby. And for people to know that if she was really everybody's salvation is between them and God. And I understand that, but you could just judge by her fruit, her behaviors, and how much she flip-flops. And one thing, like me being saved, like I said, no, God doesn't call us to be perfect. He calls us to serve him with our whole heart and mean it when we do. And, me being saved and being on my journey, God convicts me. He convicts me when I'm frustrated and I say, y'all go in y'all room and stuff. He convicts me as a mother because I do have a relationship with him and I'm trying to get closer to the Lord. And he convicts me and he say, go in there and go apologize to your daughter. He convicts me and he say, don't be, pray for more patience. He convicts me when I'm driving little stuff like I want to flick somebody off. He convicts me and he say, what if there's a person trying to hurry up and get to the school for their child? He makes you think twice and reconsider. He starts racing away your old way of thinking, your old mindset. What if you lay down with this person? This person has so many soul ties. When I first started my journey of celibacy and abstaining from sex, it wasn't because of me trying to be holy or not wanting to fornicate. My biggest fear was spirits jump, spirits can manifest, spirits can go from person to person. I didn't want to bring the spirit of lust into my home and expose it to my children, because I know that I come from a background, childhood of perversion, and the devil been using men in my experiences to try to attack me and silence me and kill dead my purpose in life. And so I know that it was so many people's salvation in life depended on me getting back up and keep being strong. And when you say God convicts you, I don't understand. If she's saved, how can she not just simply just come to terms with, y'all, my son is in this condition because of my behavior, the choices that I made. But I'm going to fight with everything in me to give him the best quality of life that he can actually have right now. I failed. I'm getting back up. That's how you are when you have a real relationship with God, because I've fallen so many times. And Lord knows I shouldn't even be here, but God has seen fit to bless me with his grace and his mercy. And if Chrisean see this, she needs to know that, yes, she's been a terrible person and she's made terrible mistakes, but it's not too late to get it together. And it's not too late to start pouring into him and to pour into herself. And she just needs to know that obviously he loves her because he keeps giving her grace and mercy. Every day that she wake up, he giving her the opportunity to make it right with him, to make it right with Junior. She's giving it. And how can she not be convicted when she named him Jesus? How can
y'all peep something? And maybe it's just me. And two things can be right here at the same time. Y'all already know me. Like, I do stuff with an open mind. I don't take no side. I listen and make my determination. But am I the only one that's like really getting stressed out lately by all these criers in public with no tears? I'm just... So while y'all were listening, I really had to go pull up the original, because, you know, whenever I use someone's video, I always do a filter over it because it's someone else's. So that's why the camcorder filter is kind of over it. But I went back and pulled up the original video to look at it. And y'all, I just don't see no tears. Even in this little clip that I have small for y'all, I don't... With this level of snotting and sniffling and all of this that she doing right now, you should see a box of tissue that has been used to clear her nose. Now, I know I don't have the golden chapeau on the screen, but I need y'all to put on your thinking cap real quick. If this lady was doing as much crying for real as she's doing right now, if it was really real, she would be snotting, blowing her nose nonstop. There would be water. Where are the tears? Y'all don't have no tear ducts no more? Because that's the only thing I can see. Or do you think it's fake? Because somehow, I don't know. I don't know. Because this is throwing me off. The no tears is throwing me off. I don't know if somebody can come in the comments and let me know if it's possible for individuals to be criers with no tears. Like, is this a thing that could be possible that would make me feel like, oh, okay? Because now I'm torn, because where are your tears? You're so emotional, but I don't see any tears. I don't see any tissue. I don't see any snot. I don't see any blowing, clearing your system. That's what happens when you're in this level of distress, right? So drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think this is real? Do you think it's clickbait? Do you think somebody just want clout? What do you really think this is? Or do you think two things can be true right here? She might have truly observed some things, but she can also be full of male bovine feces at the same time and be trying to get some kind of sympathy for herself. Do you think she's trying to throw some benefit for herself in the midst of trying to get justice for Junior? Drop in the comments and let me know.
You look at him every day, call him baby Jesus, and it's not searing your consciousness to treat him right, to be a reflection of God. I don't get that. I don't get it.
And
So she wants to know. She wants to know. I'm not trying to talk over you, Miss Lisa. I guess it's a time lapse.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me. I apologize for interrupting you. Did you want me to answer the question that she asked first, or did you want to ask me something?
No, you can answer the question that she's asking you. I'm sorry, I know it's a lapse, but go ahead.
It's okay. So what did you see about Junior when you gave him a bath? What about the bruises? Anything else we should know? I want to give Junior dignity, but I'm gonna say his area down below. I don't want to say nothing derogatory against him. It looks like not even real. It don't even I mean, it's not as big and swollen as before. It's not a lot of inflammation, but it looks null and void, like it might as well not even exist.
Oh my God.
His bruises mainly on his back, his lower back, like people keep saying he's scratching and stuff. I remember seeing like it looked like a scab, not a rash. A rash is like it shows up as bumps, and it's like it's a rash before it becomes a sore.
Right.
This was a sore. Like I don't know if it remind you of if somebody was to be on a bike and they was to slide and it like scraped, and it was that type of sore. Like it was a scab all right there.
Wow.
It was like, you know how the edges look infected, like when it looks like greenish on the edges and like different colors, and then it like goes on the end towards the inside, it's like a maroonish color. I know that's a sign of infection, and the smell from it. I thought that him, getting bird baths and this and that. I'm thinking it's because of the obviously it's because of hygiene as well. But the smell is not just from not bathing. It is like a smell of decay.
What?
Of decomp. And I don't think that her family really realizes that's what that is, because she's so passive. She be like, oh, it's this. She explained things away. The people that be in Cali, that
So
be
you're telling me that an entire church is witnessing, being a part of, and involved with a baby who is smelling like decomposition, clearly has visible concerns going on. And I'm not going to try to diagnose or anything, because I don't know. I don't know. All I can tell you is, as a mama, when my child was young and was exhibiting behaviors that concerned me, I went and did all the research that was necessary. And I went to the school and told the school, do you think my son is autistic? The woman looked at me and said, what would make you say that? I said, because I've looked at the behaviors of my son, and I went and did the research because I wanted to make sure that I was getting all the help that my son needed for him, especially if he's special needs. If I need to look and find him more help, I can do that. She was shocked and gave me more information, but back then there weren't any therapists that specialized in autism. It was only ADHD. So everything that my son needed, I had to do on my own. My son is now getting ready to be a senior in college, D1 scholarship to play basketball as a kid with autism. That's what happens when you care about your children. So I really don't. You can't come to me and talk to me about what it looks like when a mother is concerned about the needs of their children. Because when you really a mama, you put everything to the side to figure out what's going on with baby. Do you know how many jobs some mamas have lost while their children were growing up? Why? Because child had a parent-teacher conference. Baby got sick and couldn't go to school. Job didn't understand all the time. They didn't care. So mama had to do what mama had to do to make sure that baby was okay. I don't want to hear y'all excuses about this girl or nobody else girl when it comes to a baby being taken care of and getting everything that they need. Because when you really a mama, nothing comes before your children. You make Jesus himself wait if one of your children was in trouble. Come on now. I don't know why when it comes to this girl, y'all act like y'all don't know. Oh, maybe some of y'all don't know what mamas look like. Because your mama's still trying to be in the club and in the street with you. Maybe you haven't seen what a mother looks like, so maybe you think this is what a mother is.
Asking questions, she said that she explains it away that his stuff is in Baltimore. The people that be in Baltimore asking questions, she explains it away that it gets handled in California. It's like playing the odds against the middle. Like far as other bruises, the bottom of his feet. So the bottom, I noticed that his hands, the inside of his hands and the bottom of, and that's why I know the signs of abuse. So I remember when when we was in foster care, whatever, I remember this young lady, her mom used to pop, pop, pop on the bottom of her, on the inside of her hands and the bottom of her feet, because it don't leave a lot of traces and bruises, and you know what I mean? Like you can't really tell or whatever, I guess. And so his stuff was so tender and so raw, and he don't walk. He's not using his hands like that. It looked like when she noticed she gonna be around people and stuff, it looked like she spanks him. I don't know if I'm allowed to say whoop or whatever. I'm not trying to be graphic on your platform. It looks like she purposely targets his feet and his hands.
Oh my God.
When was the last time Chrisean was in Oklahoma? I think she snuck in for 2 days to try to handle some illegal business, maybe last October.
Oh my God.
She did not come. She came to Oklahoma. Have a lot of resources for people, like Section 8. Like they have all kind of stuff. Even when you're not applying for stuff, they got stuff that they help you with: vouchers, clothes, shoes. Like they're very resourceful. So it was just a lot. I'm trying to remember other bruises and stuff. Not in his head. His chest area. It was just red, like somebody. And I remember, you know how like if you do this to somebody's chest, like not punching them straight up, but like say if I was on the side of you and I just did, you know what I mean, did a side, that I remember seeing it look like that.
Yeah, I'm torn. And I don't know, because I feel like if all of this is factually true, somebody need to be on the phone with the FBI. And no, I'm serious, because what you're telling me is this woman called CPS and CPS did nothing. This baby is still in the possession of individuals who are harming this child. That doesn't make sense to me. Something in the milk right now don't seem clean, even though somehow I don't feel like she's completely 100% not telling the truth. I don't 100% believe she's lying. But the problem is the Chrisean and Blueface and Carlissa and Chrisean Jr. saga is so doggone messy, you don't know what to believe. Because nobody has this baby's best interest at heart, so you don't know when anybody's telling the truth. When it comes to this baby, it's all speculation. If you're telling me that CPS has information of bruises and marks and red marks and rashes on the butt and slap marks and all this stuff, and they just still sitting back and saying, yeah, no, we're not gonna do anything, that he's fine, there's nothing wrong, yeah, we see the bruise, but meanwhile all somebody got to do is call them on one of y'all and y'all whole household gets taken away. Y'all think, no, something is not right with this story. We gonna continue. But again, I say, if this is truly found out to be 100% true, someone needs to go above CPS and clearly local law enforcement and figure out what's the next steps and who you need to report to, that there is some kind of lapse and corruption with CPS, that a special needs child, that's all y'all really got to say. That, y'all don't even understand that. A special needs child is not getting the help they need to get. And if they don't come running, go over their head. It's a problem somewhere in here. I just don't understand where it is. That everybody getting talked about, but this baby not getting help. Somebody has to make that make sense.
Or whatever. Let me see. I'm trying to remember, y'all. I got so much stuff saved and noted and all this other stuff, like real life, like footage, everything I'm gonna send to you. I know what's her name was telling me to hit her email, but I couldn't hit her email because she kept telling me to follow the page and message her. I couldn't get it to her. And then but yeah, I know that it was you, Sean, and another. I just wanted to do it behind the scenes. So I said something on the chat. I didn't even think you was about to ask me to come up. I just wanted to get your information because when I tell y'all don't realize that. Oh, and let me see. Let me think. I gotta think, y'all. Up under his knee. Up under the back of his right knee, y'all need to pay attention. If you ever notice, he's barely ever in shorts or only like when he don't have clothes on, it's always a blanket and stuff like that or whatever. Or and y'all need to look up under that right. Let me see. Yeah, the up under the right back of the right knee. It reminds you as if somebody wanted to, you showing out in church, your grandma reach up under there so it's discreet and get the pension and stuff.
Right.
That's what it reminded me of, and I say that because it was literally like wounded in a twist look like.
Oh my
I don't know what else, y'all. Like he can't eat. I feel dumb. I never considered a feeding tube or any of that until like I was seeing the stuff, like I was matching up when I'm looking at it in real time with what people are saying, and I was like, that's why the baby won't eat. He won't eat nothing. I don't know why they making it seem like banana smushed or baby food or whatever. If it's not in that bottle and they don't thin it out, not know how we make our babies bottles when we want them to be full and settle down and chill out and you know what I'm saying, and not be waking up through the night. No, his has to be extra thinned out. It cannot be thick. He cannot even swallow pureed baby food mixed with milk.
And this is where I get torn again, y'all, because I feel like she's telling the truth right here. Do y'all see the tornism here? Because number one, you not having tears is throwing me. Because I almost feel like you're trying to get a part of his sympathy. Maybe you're trying to get in on his clout, maybe. But on the other hand, I don't feel like she's completely lying. Maybe she's trying to diminish her role in this or how much involvement she actually has. I don't know. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think.
That bottle, he cannot.
What?
But if it's too thick, yes. If it's too thick of a consistency, it's not even getting swallowed even in liquid form. That's how serious it is. If you ever notice, if she give him a bottle or whatever and he's laying down this way, if he starts to whine or fuss or anything, she's taking him off the camera. That's because it'll come right out his nose.
What?
Let me see, y'all. I don't know what else. I don't know if y'all got any more questions or whatever.
Because common sense should tell you that the baby should not be drinking a bottle laying down. It would be the equivalent of you getting water in your air ducts and it's got to come out. So the milk is getting trapped in his air ducts because he's trying to eat laying down. She's still treating him like he's a newborn baby. But some of us already knew that Chrisean never really wanted a child. She may be trying to somehow figure out how to deal with the hand that she's been dealt in her own way, which is really not dealing with it at all. Because y'all got to think, when Chrisean ended up pregnant, Chrisean thought that Junior was going to be America's baby. She thought she was going to have this baby, and this baby was going to get her blue face. This was going to be America's baby, because y'all was all happy go Chrisean, and then that baby came out with special needs. So the baby took the light away from Chrisean, and Chrisean is still trying to get the light back. That's what y'all don't understand. And if what y'all are saying is true about Chrisean and the way she treats or neglects this baby allegedly, then what y'all don't understand, and this baby is really in a dangerous time right now. The baby smells like decay, and ain't nobody rushed the baby to the hospital. Nobody. Not an auntie. Nobody in the church, clearly. We gonna deal with y'all fully on another day. Allowing the enemy to creep in and destroy from the inside out, where the baby is not being, but he's being paraded around as a prop, for the songs and everything else, because that way y'all, oh, Junior, oh, y'all like it just because Junior there. That's why y'all want to see it, because you want to see if there's any more milestones being met. So they're always going to parade Junior on camera. Meanwhile, Junior ain't even being taken care of. And according to this lady, allegedly, he smells like death, dying, decay. What part is decaying is the question. Could it potentially be the area that hasn't been fully taken care of? In his middle area, could that be where the decay is coming from? She ain't giving no timelines of nothing, so we don't know. We don't know if this was yesterday, 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago. We don't know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think she's telling the truth. Drop a 2 in the chat if you think she's lying. Drop a 3 in the chat if you think she's telling the truth, but she's also being opportunistic.
Pastors, I ain't even gonna go. I'm gonna say this because I've said it before publicly. Even with how dark those pastors are and the doctrine that they conserve, and they have a money ministry and exploitation, they still have enough sense to carry themselves publicly better than she do.
Welcome in, Sierra Anais. Come on in, my love. Welcome to the Champagne City. If everyone would do me a favor and greet Miss Sierra Anais in the Champagne City, throw some champagne glasses down there for her. Please, por favor. Let's give her a great champagne welcome. Y'all know how we do. Be friendly. Welcome in, sweetie.
Yes, I do have proof. I'm willing to send it to the email. I have visual proof, video clips, and everything. Yes, ma'am.
You know what? This is absolutely devastating, but this is what we knew. We just didn't know the details of it, because if you have been listening and following me, we often pull up clips from videos and we break them down. And there was a video where she was in the car and she was sick. Chrisean Jr. was sick and he was coughing. And in this video, the specific video, she reaches over to change his diaper. And you can tell in her body length, in her body movements, that she is like pinning him down or like she's pushing on him. And you can tell by the change in her voice, her breathing, and the way her body moves. I knew that. And in the specific video, she says, "You cannot grab down there." And then she says, You're dirty down there. She's like, "But not anymore." And it's that video where she's in the car. But you've seen it firsthand. But I'm just,
yes, ma'am. I seen the video when he's sick and everything like that. And I even got on there on the live thing. I said, darn well he do not need to be drinking no bottle or drinking nothing laying on his back. And when he drinks sitting, but that's why when he be in the stroller or anything, he's kind of like sitting in an angle. Right. You ain't gonna see her lay him flat down and give him something not on camera. Because I'm gonna say this, you're not gonna see it when he start fussing. For some reason, when he makes his cries, or even if he's laughing, it's gonna come right out his nose. And I've done that before with water. You know what I'm saying? Like but this is not that. It's thick. Like, and it can't be anything that's thick, even liquid. He cannot. He cannot swallow it, y'all. I'm trying to.
Have y'all ever seen him eating any whole food? Any solid food? Holding a chicken leg? But my niece was trying to steal my whole plate at about 10 months. Is all just sticking a whole hand in my macaroni and everything at 10 months. Have we seen Junior hold a mock chicken leg at all in anything and put it to his mouth to eat? Have we? No. I didn't think so. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me, because by now he should be eating solid food. For all of y'all who talk about people growing different rates, shut up. I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all the reason why this world half going to hell right now, and people listening to y'all dumb delusional asses, and that's part of the problem, because at the end of the day, babies from a certain amount of months to a certain amount of months have to have a certain amount of type of food because their system is still developing. After their system develops a little more, then the food has to change to be able to maintain and nourish the system they have at that age. When the system develops more, the food has to develop also, because now the system is reaching a level of maturity so it can no longer accept or handle immature food. That's why some of y'all niggas and women can't deal with y'all no more, because they done matured and y'all still acting too damn immature and they don't have time for it no more. But let me get back in the house, because they ain't even the subject tonight. But the problem is, Chrisean Jr. is at a place where he should be eating table food, real food, and you still have him on milk, which for him and his system level now is causing malnourishment because it don't have the nourishments he needs. He should be eating table food. We don't even see him eating. I've seen several times with Chrisean stuffing her face and him just sitting there looking around, with her trying to put food in his mouth and nothing happening. But we're still going to look at the child and say nothing is wrong, instead of being the concerned internet TTs that y'all say y'all are, and say, oh, no. Yeah, we love you, Chrisean, but not this one. No, you're going to have to go get TT baby looked at. And if you don't go get TT baby looked at, we finna come get TT baby looked at. Because which one? Which one we doing? I'm trying to figure out when her family is going to step up and get concerned. But everybody trying to be famous now, they don't care. People don't care too much about that baby. Everybody trying to ride a clout wave. That's why, allegedly, potentially, the baby is rotten. Because everybody's riding a clout wave right now. Everybody want to be famous and on the camera. So nobody's really concerned. They're concerned about talking about Junior. Yeah, because, anytime you have Junior in the thumbnail, it's going to bring the numbers. I ain't seen numbers like this in my chat in a long time. But I got Junior and Chrisean in the thumbnail. So it's going to bring the numbers. Her family know that. They don't care about that baby. They care about the clout that comes with the baby. But the crazy part is, Chrisean do too. She don't care about being his mama. She cares about being his social media manager.
Do the best I can, guys. I'm just not trying to be emotional. She slowly, I pray, Chrisean goes to jail.
The video up. Yeah, I was just putting different comments up. Because you have definitely shared more than enough, okay?
Yes,
you have given us an insight into what we already knew. You are definitely an angel for even speaking up and speaking out. I feel like, I don't mean to be bleak, but for the most part,
I want y'all to be careful. And I told y'all this with the stepdaddy Dro thing. We are such an emotional people and an emotional creature that the minute we hear something that echoes what we already think, we run with it 100%, 1000%, as if it's 1000% true. And at the end of the day, all we have right here is her words. We can react passionately about what she's saying, but we also have to admit that we do not know that what she's saying is true. You don't have any receipts. I don't have any receipts. She hasn't put any receipts out. It's the same thing I said with the Tyrone Davis thing from the beginning when we got ready to cover it, and we gonna go back because that thing that got messy too. But we gonna go back because I told y'all, even with Auntie Natasha talking, y'all, now wait a minute. I want y'all to understand. This is just her version of events. We don't know if this is true. There's no police report. There's nothing else that validates it because nobody else is speaking. We got to stop running with stuff just because we want to join in the emotion without first making sure it's true.
These people are allowing her to do it. Not many people that have probably spoken up. So I truly, truly want to thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll send you all the information. I'll send you the advocacy stuff. I'm not going to say it on here because we work with troubled teens and battered women.
Right.
But I'm going to send you. I know that I like your integrity. I know I could have made money and all that. Y'all, I don't want that. There's not $1 nobody can pay me, offer me for information or nothing. I want somebody with integrity. No medical intervention.
Right.
No, it just wouldn't happen. It would not happen. Y'all know that nobody can't even raise their voice at Journey Pie, at Pink Face, when she cussing and nobody better not touch. You seen the way that Chrisean grabbed that baby's glass and was reaching for them glass, and Carlissa lost it.
Yeah.
So if that was just touching the glass, as Carlissa said, I heard she be doing witchcraft and that. So you mean to tell me that based off of a rumor that Carlissa heard, Chrisean cannot touch or access her grandchildren? But you mean to tell me she's gonna allow that baby mama to run off into the sunset with her grandson that has all of these special needs? It would have never happened. And Blueface is whatever, a mess, whatever y'all want to say or whatever he is. But one thing he is he's never denied any of his biological children. And he has always been financially and emotionally supportive. He do things that I don't agree with. He's dealing with his own mess, but he ain't never denied them other kids.
Right.
You're right. Carlissa ain't. You're absolutely right. I do agree that she has
Put one in the chat if you think Blueface is Junior's daddy. Matter of fact, put one champagne glass in the chat if you think Junior is Blueface daddy. Put 2 champagne glasses in the chat if you think Junior is Ronnie Doe's baby. Put 3 champagne. Matter of fact, put a whole champagne bottle in the chat if you saying Empress Hell. At this point, I don't even know. Let me know.
Issues that she's dealing with and all of that, but I'm telling you, Carlissa does not care because she's not biologically tied to that.
Right. And
she's not biologically tied to him.
We knew that. I knew that Blueface. I knew it. Now I think that he was just holding on to that for some type of clout. I think he had a disclosure because remember, he said out loud that he got paid $100K on that interview
to say that that was his child, and then shortly afterwards he started saying that wasn't his son. It's all kind of things that I've discerned spiritually, and we know behind the scenes and stuff like that, even down with his brother Dre and all of that. The best thing I could do for them is just prayer. But at the end of the day, I feel like when I was fasting and praying, and I had did my prayer group, and I'm gonna have some other people talk to you and send you stuff too. They just want to be left anonymous,
right?
But they can commemorate everything that I'm telling you. We done did prayer groups. We've had a fast and a pray for 3 days. That third day, I was starting to get discouraged, and that's when Blueface posted online that he could no longer go on with the guilt and that's by Ronnie's biological child. And I was just screaming. I was like, well, that's somewhere to start. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not here for I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm not here to influence anybody. I didn't really want my face to really be shown like that, but it is what it is. I'm going to come boldly before the Lord because the devil is a lie.
Right.
The only thing I want everybody to take away from this is that Junior does need help. He does need to be saved. Inside of the hotel, sleeping next to her child, all that stuff with Taseki. I don't know what her motivation was, but I don't believe that Taseki did that to her because the way she moves, like either you on one side of the spectrum or you all the way just gone and off the Richters, or you on the other side of the spectrum where you're overprotective. How are you playing this role where you're aware that you're supposed to be saved, and you're supposed to serve, and you're supposed to be a protector. That's the role she plays. It's a performative role. But then you allow drugs and alcohol and everything inside
Here's
your
the
womb.
thing, and this is what she's saying. There's no way to say that you love the Lord, you're a child of God, and you have the Holy Spirit, and you're led by the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit doesn't bring discernment to you. It doesn't bring conviction to you. It doesn't let you know when you're wrong. The Holy Spirit's job is to lead you and guide you into all truth. So you mean to tell me that that works for everybody except the one that's professing to have it? So the Holy Spirit isn't convicting you about your baby, about your actions, about the way you live, about the way you talk, about your choices in men, about jumping in and out of bed with men, about one day you're in, one day you're out. The Holy Spirit isn't bringing you any form of truth. Then what spirit do you really have? And I got to start questioning whether or not it's holy. It's why y'all got to stop running just because people say they have it. Anybody can say they got it. Anybody can say they saved. Anybody can say they love God. They love Jesus. That ain't hard. Everybody can say that. But what does your life say? What does your action say? What does your parenting say? Because one of the scriptures in the Bible say, what's that scripture to talk about? It's better for you to tie something around your neck and jump into the water. Be cast than to hurt one of the children. The other one that says, inasmuch as you've done to the least of these, you've done it unto me. Those don't work for you, but you're a child of God. You can look at your child every day and continually say there's nothing wrong with your child and not get your child the needed help that he needs, but then turn around and say that you love God. How? You can turn around and point the finger at everybody else and tell everybody else what they need to do for their life, but somehow you don't know what to do for your child, the one that God is giving you stewardship over. Your children is your first ministry. It's the same stuff we say to Agent Orange. How you worried about overseas and all these other countries when your own front door is hell? Your children at home fighting, they ain't even getting along. So you can't send them off to war because they fighting each other. They subject to turn around and say, forget about the Iranians and start blowing each other up on the battlefield. While the Iranians sitting over there eating popcorn because your people ain't getting along. They over here still stuck on black versus white. They still stuck on colors while our kids are killing each other. They still stuck on color while our leaders are leading this country straight to hell. But we still stuck on color. We still stuck on black versus white. It's them. It's their fault. No, it's your fault because you're black. No, it's your fault because you were a slave owner. Meanwhile, Agent Orange looking at all of y'all and saying, but I'm going to send all the money overseas. And by the time y'all realize this ain't got nothing to do with color, all y'all money going to be gone. Then what y'all going to do? Dumb ditty. But yeah, have at it. Gone. Keep arguing over color. Y'all got it. Go off though. Y'all got it. Keep arguing over who's the most superior. Come on, keep going. Y'all got it. While y'all professing God. But the Bible says, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not, knoweth not God. But go off. Because y'all know the Lord so well, though. Go off. Go off. Black versus white. That's why I don't let anybody do it over here. That's why. Because we got bigger fish to fry. And honestly, it's going to take the mature. That's why I always say grown discussions and bubbly banter. That's why I always say that. Because see, over here, it's going to take mature-minded individuals who are ready to come to the table and have mature conversations to figure out how to turn this clusterfuck around that we've allowed these politicians, these churches, these pastors, and these leaders to walk in and do. And meanwhile, our children are dying by the wayside because there's nothing set up to protect them. We're serving them up on silver platters to people like Epstein. Child, y'all not ready for the real conversation. Because y'all still want to be mad at each other. Y'all still want to let them keep y'all stuck in the 1940s. But we living in 2026. Y'all don't realize the only thing that can be done with the past is you can learn from it. You can't change it. You can learn and move forward. You can learn to not repeat the same mistakes, the same habits. That's what you can do with the past, but you can't change it. And as long as you live in the past and watch somebody, she said forget slavery. Y'all ain't never heard me say forget, not one damn time. I said stop living in the past. That's why y'all need to come to the Champaign City more, because half of y'all don't understand context and culture. That's why y'all constantly talking about you're judging Chrisean. Shut up and pick up a book and a dictionary and an encyclopedia, if y'all even have one in your house. You probably don't even know how to spell it because, you know, y'all wasn't watching Reading Rainbow. What do y'all think about this story? Do y'all think it's true? Do you think it's sprinkled with truth? Do you think she's full of it? Drop in the comments and let me know what you think.
Spiritual souls out. And then she let these men sleep in the bed with these babies, and we know that because they always coming out.
Already forgot about Schoolhouse Rock. Already. See, all this stuff wasn't going on when we was in the house watching Sesame Street. It wasn't. All of this stuff wasn't going on. What came on after Sesame Street? What was the other one? Y'all, come on. Y'all, come on, because we got to let the people know. All this stuff wasn't going on. We was watching Reading Rainbow. It was Sesame Street. We definitely had the after school special. Do y'all remember running home after school to finish your homework so you could watch the after school special? These are the things that kept us in the house. And see, we didn't have adult supervision. So we ain't even got to do that because we had sense enough to know you go in the house, you used your key, go in, lock the door behind you. You better not open that door for nobody else till mama got back home. Because anybody that was supposed to be in there had a key to get in there. And if they didn't have a key in there, they bet not be in there when mama got back home. See, some of us parents is soft because our parents didn't play. We came in, we better have got that homework done. We fixed us something to eat. We cleaned it back up. We watched a little TV, and we knew to be in bed by a certain time, and we better be snoring by the time mama got in the house. See, all of this wasn't going on when we was watching Reading Rainbow and Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the land of make-believe. But now everybody want to be hoes and pimps and thugs. See, I keep telling y'all, it's y'all music. We gonna have to come back. And I said it the last time, but what happened was YouTube played with my stream. That's all it was. My whole stream was shadow banned, and I was watching people actually in the live, but my whole studio was saying 0, like nobody was in there. But we gonna have to come back and talk about the music, because y'all problem is the music. I understand what y'all problem is for real. Y'all music don't teach y'all nothing. It don't. Our music taught us. Y'all don't. So we need to have a flashback and go back and deal with the music and see when the music changed and when it became a problem. Lil Peasy said, and you better be waiting for that phone call to make sure your mama knew you was in the house better. See, this was back in the time where you had one rule. You better be in the house before the street light came on. Better. You didn't have to worry about being told to do your homework. You already knew. Some stuff was common sense. And we wasn't 13, 14, and 15. No, baby, we was 7, 8, and 9. That's why, see, y'all sensitive. Y'all, the police, but see, some of y'all messed it up. Let's be honest. Some of y'all messed it up because y'all was leaving y'all kids and going out of town. Our parents just left us and went to work. You know, went to make money for us. Y'all left y'all kids and went out of town, went on vacation, went for months at a time. Didn't leave them no food, didn't leave them no clean clothes. They didn't have no way to get to school. Y'all messed it up. We knew how to do right. Oh, how times have changed.
Exposing her or holding the baby. The first boy, Figgy, had him on his lap in the boat. Then the next boy had him here. Then this boy, Bino, then had him all in the hotels and here and there and everywhere. And then 3-3 or whatever. I mean, like, how are you a survivor? And she talking about she don't want him around Blue because it's her job to protect him. She's not protecting him from Blue, because how are you protecting him from Blue, but you wasn't even protecting him inside your womb? She's protecting herself, because one thing Blue ain't afraid to do is to get online and expose it, even if it make him look like
right.
Blue is Blue is the type of person that he'll take 3 licks, 10 licks to the face, long as he can get 1 lick in, and he's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah. Somebody is asking, is Junior blind?
I feel like he is, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all can tell. Anytime she say give her a kiss, if she not humming, is he able to follow?
No.
She say, give me a kiss, and then she goes like this. Pay attention, y'all. She say, he's able to feel vibrations and stuff. And when you lose one sense, your body overcompensates in other areas. Y'all don't notice that when she doing all of this stuff and everything else to him, the reason why she does it, y'all keep saying she's trying to straighten his eyes. Right. She's doing that because if the filter is not lined up, when you do those filters and you got to have your eyes open in order for it to overlay on your face, like the glasses and stuff, you get the blinking and moving your eyes, the filter will shift. She's doing that for the filters. She does not want y'all to know his real life appearance.
Oh.
Y'all keep thinking
here, I feel like she's telling the truth. I feel like this is another one where there's no lies told. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like she's telling the truth. And Chrisean uses a filter on Junior so that y'all can't see what's really going on with him. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like that's incorrect. You think she's just using a filter because she uses a filter and all the young people do it.
And then so if he starts going and looking and doing this and doing all of that or whatever, when she does that, that's because the filter is about to start shifting. She knows what she's doing. It's kind of like a magic trick where you got to tell everybody to look over here while you tricking them over there.
Right.
If I get all y'all's attention over here, y'all can't see that I didn't pull the quarter from behind my ear. Y'all see I really pulled it out my pocket.
Oh my God. I would have never. It's just all so horrible. And we all knew that something is wrong. We've been saying this and shouting this from the rooftop for years. Now, I didn't know when he was first born, because all of this wasn't out. All of this information that leaked out was not out when, he was 1, 2, 3 months old. And I had just started, because before, when I used to cover Chrisean, I was highlighting her.
Yes,
I was big upping her. You know what I'm saying? I was rooting for her. Her being a young woman, I was trauma bonding with her. So I cannot say just from off top that I knew, because I didn't. It took people.
I knew, but I think it was more because of my discernment and everything. I think it was more because of my discernment and everything. And then it was a gift that I be saying this a gift. My grandmother says that when you are exposed to your innocent being taken by a certain type of spirit or a certain type of character, a certain type of person, your body automatically can pinpoint or tell when that type of spirit, demonic, whatever, that type of character is, you're in its presence.
Right.
So I literally can look at a man and I could tell when he's bisexual, if he's this, he's down low. I can tell if he's a predator. I can tell. I'm able to I can look and I can tell. My cousins will show me a picture. God has always given me dreams. Every dream that I've ever had, far as God revealing something to me, it's always come to pass. I'll share more about that with y'all at a later time. That's gonna blow your mind too. But But yeah, like all of my dreams have always shown me, warned me, or it was either to warn me, to show me something, or for me to intervene and pray and interrupt the assignment. But I just always knew, and even when I'm trying to, and then
and I'm so glad that she made that statement, because if Chrisean is in that church, then that is the purpose of the church. If you're telling me that Chrisean has been in this church and that church, through the power of the Holy Spirit, hasn't been able to interrupt that assignment over that child's life, oh baby, the problem is with the church. The problem is in the church. So you mean to tell me she's in a church with no power? Because if she's in a church with power, there ought to be signs and wonder, especially when it comes to the baby. If anybody in church ought to be protected, it should be the kids. Do you know why? Because when you're in church and spirits get cast out and they start moving around and jumping, they got to find somewhere to go. Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to go to the most vulnerable and the most innocent in the room. The ones who are not protected against it if they don't have parents and adults in the room with sense enough to keep them protected and covered. That's why I told y'all in the beginning of this, we got a whole bunch of problems going on here. We got a problem with the church, and we got a problem with this child and all of the adults they're surrounded by. We also have a problem with a system, because if this girl is talking about she went to CPS and CPS is doing nothing, where are the advocates in the city? Where? Because maybe that's what y'all should be doing. Maybe as advocates, y'all need to be going to city councilors. I don't know. Everybody go to an advocacy in your state just in case Chrisean is in your state. That way there's a case open in all states, if this is the case. So you're telling me this baby is going through all of this and nobody's doing nothing? Something ain't right.
I tell people, when I help you, it's not because you ran game on me or because I don't know no better or I can't see through you spiritually. It's because I know all of those things and I still choose to go against it because I really want to help you.
Right.
You can't run. There's no amount of game you can run on me that I'm not going to pick up on. Yeah. And I just kept seeing it. It was just tugging at my heart. And I'm like, well, let me just give her a benefit of the doubt. But I don't know why. I just always knew. But it was one of those things like, I feel like even she might like how everybody was thinking like she gonna get it together. You know what I mean? I didn't been through life before. Who ain't been through life?
Right.
And we wasn't all thinking on the level that it is now. So we like, yeah, we level that it is now. So we like, yeah, we gonna, when everybody's asking why is he always in the sanctuary with her? The reason why he's always in the sanctuary with her, because when he would be in the youth ministry while everybody, the adults, was in the sanctuary, we would have him. When we started complaining and noticing and everything, that's when she snatched him and kept him close to her. Everybody be wanting to say, well, she doesn't neglect him. She always has him with her. All abusers have their victims with him.
Right.
You think my stepdaddy let me go spend the night at my grandma's house so I could get away long enough for them to tell that something was wrong?
Right.
You think he was about to let me go around my biological father, knowing my father would have took him away instantly? Do you think I'm watching my mouth on your live? You think that how many men that have DV, they are committing DV against their wives? How many of them let their wives go to the club or even go to the store? How many of them are allowed to walk to the mailbox?
Yeah.
People got to think. They keep on saying she's not neglecting him, he's always with her. That's the number one sign of an abuser.
Right.
What mother, especially with a special needs child, does not need a break? And if you're going to be able to get a break and he's in a safe environment with his so-called generic father and his so-called
lies told, and when you're really concerned about that child, then what you do is every moment you're trying to make sure that you have something in place to make sure that child's needs are met. Prop that pillow up. You okay? Bring the walker here. They got it. Where's the juice? You okay? Did he roll over? Is he fine? Did you sit him back up? Okay, bring him. Do we need to bring him here so I can change him? Let me check his pamper. Well, you got to watch him because he'll roll. See, that's what parents do when they're concerned about their children. Their mind is automatically on that child. Immediately. because you're concerned about your child. How have we had so many people around this baby, but barely anybody has been concerned? For real. To the point where we're still not seeing any change.
Grandma, whoever it is, who ain't hopping on the bandwagon and letting him go and get you a break, because that is a whole lot to deal with and handle.
Right.
But it's not a whole lot if you will lay him on the bed at a room or lay him in a stroller, park it and go, and life continues. You're not stopping to change and wipe and check noses and change feeding tubes and do saline rinses and moisturize her and take the time to argue with him to brush his teeth, because his teeth don't ever be brushed. You're not going to sit up there. You're not doing none of that. It's just like, it's like as if he never. And she's coming out saying that he doesn't have. Now all of these lies are catching up with her, because she told lies in Cali, she told lies in Baltimore, she told lies here, she told lies everywhere. So it's catching up with her now. People are starting to ask more questions. So now she got to publicly go on the dance and say, oh, he doesn't have any disabilities. The reason why she's saying that, because people would always be around asking her, well, what do you do about this? Well, what do you do about this? Well, what? Like, ain't nobody stupid. And now she got to come out and say, oh, well, it's nothing. He don't even got no disabilities.
Yeah.
So what do he got, Chrisean? Is it delays? Is it disappointments? What do you call that then? Because he definitely has special needs. People are coming out defending her, saying, well, she doesn't want to label her son. She did not say, I don't want to label my son. What she said was, he does not have a label that is relative to him at all, is what she said.
Right. Exactly.
But I don't know why people are not getting it. I think people want to root for her, want her to win so bad that they have become delusional, or I don't know what it is. I don't even know how you could just even defend her. I just don't understand it. I can see you praying for her. I can see you wanting the best for Junior, the best outcome. I can see you wanting her to get it together, saying stuff like that. But to just believe everything that she says when her character has already showed that she's the same person that will dog out.
Why? Because people defending her justifies them being trash ass mamas. It justifies their behavior and allows them to live vicariously through her. You know, because you got a lot of older women who didn't get a chance to live. Now, I was one of them. I'm 49. I'll be 50 in September. Don't worry, I say it proudly, baby. Been through some stuff. I'll be 50 in September. Yeah, everybody ain't comfortable with their age. I'm at an age now, baby. I ain't trying to drop it like it's hot. No. I no longer have Megan knees. They more like knees like Mildred. I can't even lie to you. Look, the bending down and all that ain't even for me anymore. But the problem is, you have a lot of mamas who still want to relive their youth. Because now social media is popping. So now they want to be on social media to see if they still got it. To see if they can still flaunt it. Get it? This is why. Everybody ain't trying to be a mama. Some of them trying to be a mama and in the club. Be a mama and still party. I still want to make some thunder, sunder. Make it thunder down under or something. Y'all know what the problem is.
All of her siblings, her parents, all of this humiliate anybody that's close to her. She will poison her womb and then not even curse. She'll fight you if you say anything. So why would you believe a person that has been exposed as a habitual liar multiple times versus people with degrees, doctrines, common sense, discernment? Like, why would you go against those people?
Right. And it makes sense.
Right.
Because Epstein had degrees and doctrines and all of that. Just because they have degrees and doctrines don't make them right either.
You're saying it really makes sense. I really want to thank you for coming up on my platform and speaking the truth. I want to thank you so much for being brave enough and having such a relationship with God that you spoke out for Junior.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you.
Yeah. I really want to thank you, because we shout from the rooftops and we may never even, be able to be in the same room as Junior. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
I feel hopeless in a way, but you have brought me hope, and you've brought truth. You are brave. You are righteous. We all fall short of God, but I want to let you know that you have nothing to fear because God is with you.
Yes,
God
ma'am.
will strengthen you. God will help you. He will uphold you with his righteous hand. I want to let you know that. I'm going to send out positive vibes and prayer because I know that you are going through something health-wise, and that could be any of us.
Yes, ma'am.
Any of us. So
champagne on my lip. He's speaking cold, fire in his throat, low like a stone. Under that coat, she move like smoke, soft, but she stink. Calling him closer, pulling the string. Come here, I'm the tide pulling back, then I crash on you. You the spark in my glass when it catches blue. We two bros in the back of a tinted view. On this night like the stars only shine for two. Don't speak. Champagne and silk, I'm empowered when I sip. Every word I say now, honey on my lip. Cruising through the city like a shadow in the mist. Night rider on the town, every move a gift. Champagne and silk, let it slide, let it drip. Voice like a dagger and a kiss, same tip. Taste of my freedom when you feel this grip. Night rider on the town, champagne on my lip. Sip that. Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin, undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut blow on your collarbone, salt on your lips, I taste home. You say, right, let the night decide. I slide in the passenger side. Yeah. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss. Coward in the sway of my hips. I'm a king, I'm a queen in the mist. Ocean breeze all over this ride. Sweet like nectar when we collide. Champagne and silk on my lips. Watch the whole damn town submit. I'm that night rider, low-key lavish. Gold teeth, grin, bad habits. You that island spell, sweet static. Turn a calm heart problematic. Tongue like a passport stamp. Every word leave a mark on your back. You pour that fizz on the curve of my neck. I call that liquid respect. You taste like someone in a slow pour. I sip. Confidence dripping to the towel floor. Every baby in your baritone. Down my eye heels clicking like a metronome. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss. Power in the sway of my hips. I'm a king, I'm a queen in the mist. Ocean breeze all over this ride. Sweet like nectar when we collide. Champagne and silk on my lips. Watch the whole damn town submit.
Lord, y'all mean tell me all this time I done had this doggone thing off. So y'all listen. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this whole Chrisean And this lady's situation with Chrisean Jr. from the church, I really want y'all to drop in the comments and let me know what you think about CPS and why CPS and no city officials have gotten involved in this thing at all. Drop in the comments and let me know, because that right there is really confusing me, that you're telling me that nobody is concerned. The family, Chrisean, the city, CPS, nobody is stepping up and saying nothing. Nobody sees a problem. What do you think? It almost makes you want to feel like Chrisean Jr. ain't real, the amount of disregard he's receiving with the amount of adults he's surrounded by. It's crazy to me. But let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think about the whole Druski Ericka Kirk situation. And I am going to say again with this situation that we got to be careful. Because you got to realize, if they are allowed to come after comedians for their speech, you do realize bloggers are going to be next, right? And then after they come after the bloggers for their speech, they're going to be coming after commenters. Yeah, you're not going to be off limits until every speech that comes out is controlled. That's what's going to happen. So drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think Druski went too far? Or do you think people are getting just too damn sensitive? That's my opinion. But drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Matter of fact, should we just do a live, just do a video and discuss how sensitive the world has now gotten? What do you think? Thank you for joining me in the Champaign City tonight. Oh, we had a full house on tonight. Oh, yes, we did. Thank you for coming in. Y'all might not ever come back to the city, but thank you that you joined us on tonight. Consider doing me a favor and hitting that like and subscribe button, and also hitting that notification bell so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. And if you're not sure just yet, don't worry about it. We'll leave the light on for you. Consider supporting the channel. You can hit the Cash App. It was on the screen, but it is in the description. You can hit the like button. You can sit back, relax, and just enjoy the video, because we are glad that you joined us today. You can drop a comment on the live, or you can wait to the replay, gang, and drop a comment over there. We would greatly appreciate it. Everything that you do is appreciated over here. All right? And I'm sorry, if you feel like you have a subject that you want us to get into and discuss, if you go in the description, there's a link to our Discord, and it's our open community chat. You don't have to be a member of the Champaign City to go over there and indulge and comment. So go over there and drop the story over in the Discord, and I'll check it out. And who knows, maybe the story you'll drop will be the next story that we cover. Champagne gang, FizzFam, Confidants, and visitors. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.
When you feel this good night rider on the town, champagne on my lip, champagne on my lip. Yeah, he's speaking cold, fire in his throat, low like a storm under that coat. She move like smoke, soft but she sting, calling him closer, pulling the string. Come here, I'm the type pulling back, then I crash on you. You the spark in my glass when it catches blue. We two ghosts in the back of a tinted view on this night, like the stars only shine for two. Shh, don't speak. Champagne and silk, I'm empowered when I sip. Every word I say now, honey on my lip. Cruising through the city like a shadow in the mist. Night rider on the town, every move a gift. Champagne and silk, let it slide, let it drip. Voice like a dagger and a kiss, same tip. Taste of my freedom when you feel this rip. Night rider on the town, champagne on my lip. Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut glow on your collarbone, salt on your lips, I taste home. You say right, let the night decide. I slide in the passenger side. Yeah. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss. Power in the sway of my hips. I'm a king, I'm a queen in the mist. Ocean breeze all over this ride, sweet like nectar when we collide. Champagne and silk on my lips, watch the whole downtown submit. Yeah, I'm that night rider, low-key lavish. You gold teeth grin, bad habits. You that island spell sweet static. Turn a calm heart problematic. Tongue like a passport stamp, every word leave a mark on your back. You pour that fizz on the curve of my neck, I call that liquid respect. You taste like summer in a slow pole. I sip, confidence dripping to the towel floor. We lit. Every baby in your baritone, got my high heels clicking like a metronome. Champagne and silk on my lips, dripping slow from every kiss. Power in the sway of my hips. I'm a king, I'm a queen in the mist. Ocean breeze all over this ride, sweet like nectar when we collide. Champagne and silk on my lips, watch the whole damn pound submit.